Gabe made this beat.
Welcome to episode 161 of Say Like a Champ podcast. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Strizzy back in the building. What's good, SLAC family?
What's good? Already got a few slackers checking in. We got moms in the building. Hello. Thank you for being with us. Anthony Wesson Jr. And we're going to definitely want your input on this next segment 100%. So we're going to need your help with explaining some things that happen in the NFL talk for sure. But as we welcome everybody into the show, just want to say shout out to everybody that rocks with us each and every week. We appreciate your comments, your likes, your engagement throughout the show. And before we get rolling, Strizzy, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Doing really well. Primary Instagram page is finally starting to pop off. I've been trying to move that the way I've been moving TikTok the last couple of years. So, I think I've gained 2,000 followers in the last week. Which, if you know anything about Instagram, it's actually really difficult to do. You know what I'm saying? It's been around for a lot longer than say TikTok is. So, a lot of times it's a lot harder for your videos to be seen. So I've got a couple of them that are gone viral, and it's really helped the follower space. So I think next month they'll invite me to have my reels monetized on that page. So just been real hype, man. Real excited. Then I found out some news and then I'll talk to you too as far as YouTube shorts go. Now starting January, I think of next year, anybody can have their YouTube shorts monetized too. So I think they have a couple of prerequisites, but if you start now, dude, you'll be able to meet those prereqs by January, I think. So I don't know, a lot of stuff, man. Just trying to keep things moving and continue to grow. I don't want to get stagnant. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what's up. On the way away from that 9 to 5, I appreciate that, man, and we love the grind. So let's see. As we talk about that, we welcome in a couple other people to the show. We got Pops in the building. Good evening. We got Mr. Angel Perez. We got Mark Williams. Hello from Missouri. And welcome everybody back to the show. And we got to round out our panel with one more member of the show. You know him, you love him. Number one in your playbook, number one in your heart. It's your boy Marcus. What's good?
That's a lot of number ones, man.
Hey, I got to give a big shout out to my brother, though, invited me out to the Cardinals game this weekend, and we got to check that out live. So I appreciate you, man. So that's why you get a little extra pass. But we always love you. We know we always love you around here.
Pretty good stuff, man. I see Strizzy over there been on the gym, man. So one day I'm gonna get like that. He can wear those tank tops.
Right.
Looking real smooth. But one thing I am surprised to see right now. I'm surprised to see Anthony Weston and Bobby on here. But I'm gonna leave it right there. That's
true, yes. We're gonna need their help.
I'm happy they're okay. I'm happy they're living. I'm glad they're good. I'm healthy. Happy to see that.
Absolutely. Yeah, we got to welcome them as well as Stephanie Washington, repping that star, of course, and yes, Bobby in the building, and then also Grace. So that's what's up. So thank you guys, everybody, for joining in. I think let's do this. Let's go ahead and pop off on our first subject. Let me get the graphics up here before we get too ahead of ourselves. And we got a lot to talk about. So let's get it popping. What's up next?
Oh, let's check it out, man, real quick.
Tune to NFL Talk. Let's get it. All right, so NFL Talk. Definitely a lot of different things to talk about. I was just gonna give some general topics and then go over some injury updates as well. But got to give a shout out to the Dolphins and the Eagles, the only two undefeated teams in the league, the only two 3-0 teams, and of course that's Tua and Jalen Hurts. Interesting that they were teammates at one point and now in the NFL doing well. So that's what's up. And then also I put on here the Jaguars. I did want to ask you guys, the slackers and our panel here, do you guys think the Jaguars are for real? Is it time for us to take them serious? I'm seeing shaking heads. Strizzy, start us off.
No, I kind of mentioned this last week. I thought that there could definitely be an upset in that matchup just because of Herbert's health. You know what I mean? Like he didn't look very good. I think he threw for like right around 50%, and the majority of that didn't come till later on when they were down and had to throw. You know what I'm saying? So like you see a lot of things like they got down quick and they were able to pick back up. I don't know if you guys have ever had bruised or broken ribs. You can't do anything. It hurts to breathe, it hurts to sit down, it hurts to lay. Like the only thing you can do is just not move. You know what I'm saying? This dude's running around scrambling, throwing passes. So I'm not gonna believe too much into the hype yet. They look good. You know what I'm saying? They look decent, but I'm not buying in too much yet. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how the year goes.
Got you. Yeah, I like what they've been doing on offense so far, but I'm kind of with you. Maybe it is a little bit early, but definitely surprising a little bit early to me. Marcus, you also say too soon?
Well, I think they're gonna be better than last year. I think you got a great coach in Peterson. He's gonna make the team better. But I would say maybe 7 wins this year.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay.
but like I said, if they get better, then I won't be too surprised. But it's too early right now.
Yeah.
I can see the 6-7 wins too, though. They're starting off right in 2-1, I think, right? So starting off right to at least get to that 7-win mark. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that'd be solid, definitely. They got the Eagles up next, which should be an interesting game. So
Nah, they beat the Eagles, and we got something to talk about.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah. Let's see. Also, we got Tom Brady going into the storm there. The Bucks are moving their facility because of Hurricane Ian, and also that's affecting some different college games and some different facilities. But I think they're moving to where the Dolphins are playing, or their Dolphins practice facility for now, as they get ready for a big Chiefs matchup next week. Hopefully everybody out there is safe though. Hopefully everybody's got everything they need and can get hatcheted down if they need to or whatever in shelter. So
Brady's gonna have a lot of excuses for this year. Injuries, nobody playing, not moving, so he got a lot of excuses this year.
He's letting them pile up. He's got a Rolodex building up. Only other things before we get to the scoreboard is some injuries, some unfortunate injuries. Mac Jones with the high ankle sprain. They said he's going to miss multiple games, and he looked like he was in a lot of pain. But early in the game, man, he hit his gritty, and it was so awesome.
I love the dude. I think that's the best one, man. The way he was so smooth with saying Mac Jones doing it too. Like you don't expect that from him, so it makes it even more better. But I loved it.
Yeah, me too.
But was that dirty play with Calais Campbell? You think was that a normal play?
I think it was a normal play. I think it just was
aggressive though. How he took him all the way down. I was like, that's kind of maybe because it was in slow mo, so it might in faster motion might look bad. But it's like, wow, Clay's kind of pin him back a little bit. So
yeah, I think it's just one of those unfortunate ones though where he kind of did roll up on his leg like that. But hopefully though he can come back strong. Let's see, Sterling Shepard for the Giants last night. We saw him go down during Monday Night Football with a torn ACL, so he'll be out for this season.
That's crazy. He wouldn't. It was non-contact. He was just running up the field.
Usually, how it happens, man. ACLs are almost always non-contact.
So is that like the way he was running? Like, is like maybe I don't know. How does that happen?
So it's another one of those ligaments. You know what I mean? That kind of.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So it's you can see it from the back, right? So like anything that kind of steps wrong where your knee does this or that, you know what I'm saying? Or if you plant too hard, like
got it.
That's why so many times they're non-contact injuries because it's usually something that you yourself are doing.
Got
you know what I'm saying? That ends up tearing it. So anytime I see something like that happens, and I just cringe every time, man. Because I'm like, yep, that's torn. I know it. Anytime I see it, I'm like, yeah, it's gone.
Yeah. And you unfortunately have experience with that yourself, and then also, study that. So
true.
We see Bobby gonna be real salty right now. I'm gonna call you salty.
I know. I'm saving some of the comments. I'm saving some of his comments, but he said that the gritty was trash, but the tone change and the ball.
If somebody in the house with Bobby, please go give him a hug. Just give him a good hug. He might not want to. Just give it to him. He needs a hug right now.
Oh man.
I'm just playing. I love you, Bobby, man. I love you.
Bobby said, if I gotta suffer, everybody going down with me.
Well, Pop says injury prone recently.
Yeah, he's been very injury prone lately. Yeah, he's
definitely
riddled with injuries the last year or two.
One other kind of scary topic too, I put in the bottom left-hand corner, Myles Garrett. He was involved in a single car accident and actually ended up going off of the road and rolling over his car on the way home from practice yesterday. So scary stuff there, but he was released from the hospital, and I think he's going to be okay. They haven't said anything as far as his status going forward, but
no broken bones, they said, so
yeah,
he should be good. But I want a question now. Why isn't a car that small, big as he is? I'm just saying.
Yeah,
That's
a good question. Probably not a lot of headroom for him, but I'm glad that he was okay.
Yeah,
for
he's
sure.
good though. That's
him
good.
and his passenger both were wearing seatbelts, so that's a good one. That's a good thing about it. So, let's see here. So, okay, let's go ahead and go into the scoreboard, though. We'll talk about some different games and make sure that we touch on whatever games you guys may want to talk about. Mom's threw out a comment here already, though. In the Thursday night game in that Steelers-Browns, George Pickens catch was definitely a great catch. She says it was unbelievable.
It was pretty good, but some people are saying like it was like the Odell. It's not even close.
Right. That was the instant comparison. I don't think it's that great of a catch, especially because the way that Odell grabbed like the side of the ball.
And how he got pass interfered with Carr, like he pulled him down at the same time, and he didn't see the ball at all. Like it was not even close. He had a call like that, but
yeah.
But Pickens, it wasn't for he a rookie, so that was a good catch though.
Oh, absolutely. And
I just hate the Steelers, so I don't
he's
get
from
no
Georgia
credit.
though, so we got to.
Got it. Okay, it makes sense now. I got you.
Yeah. So, but no, I thought it was a great catch.
Yeah.
The Browns did kind of run away from that game though late. I think Strizzy, you called that one, right? You said the Browns or no?
I don't remember. Actually, I think it's at the Steelers at the
Yeah, I think we both said it, and he agreed with us. I think.
Yeah. So I know I put the Steelers as far as the damn, what was it? The spread. My bad.
Oh, the spread.
But I was still thinking Browns.
Got you. But yeah, that was pretty interesting. It was kind of a good game for the most part until late. Kind of ran away with it. I did want to talk about that Chiefs Colts. The Chiefs on the road struggled a little bit, but Bobby he said he's not hiding from anything. But yeah, that was kind of surprising to me too, especially how flat the Colts looked last week.
But we both know we all say it's gonna be a close game though. I thought it would be closer than we think, even though I think the Chiefs came in there knowing they was 0-2, like this is gonna be an easy win. And maybe towards the end, it was like you NFL for a reason, so it might be kind of caught them off guard a little bit. I don't think it's nothing to worry about. I still pick them as the top 2 in the AFC easily. Yeah. So I think it's just one of those. It's good to do it now. I think later on when they play another bad, they don't play a couple more bad teams. They'll know we gotta put our foot on their neck the whole game, So it's a good learning lesson. But I don't think they even worry about that game. I don't think it's a big deal.
There's just some teams for whatever reason, no matter how good or bad they are, they play well against you. And Anthony's already in the comments talking about how their last couple of losses have been to the Colts. For whatever reason, the Colts just play the Chiefs very, very well. Mm-hmm. We alluded to it last week. I think Anthony even said it's kind of a trap game last week. Everyone expecting them to kind of roll over the Colts because they haven't looked very good. And sure enough, Colts came in and kind of beat them up a little bit. So, I had a feeling Colts might get them. Actually, I think I bet on the Colts in a couple of sports bets I had this weekend. But I still thought KC would get the job done, but in a close one at least. But no, Colts kind of beat them up a little bit.
But I love the Mahomes interview when they asked him about the little argument or the coach, and he was like, "I wanted to score." Like he says, "I don't care what I wanted to score." I love that about him. And people are like, "Well, you don't have Tyreek Hill no more." He trying to let y'all know I don't need Tyreek Hill. You know what I'm saying? I want to try to score. So that's a good thing about him. So I love that about him being competitive. So I bet you next time he gonna get that his second 20, he gonna go for it.
Right. No, I agree. And some of the comments coming in, as you guys alluded to along the way. Also, Uncle Mark, he agrees with you. Marcus kind of gave that a learning experience, but kind of gave definitely. That one away.
That'll be fine. There's nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
I'm just giving Anthony and Bobby a hard time. I had to do that.
Yeah, for sure. Let's talk about the Panthers, though, going up early on a turnover, a big play from the defense, and getting that win against the Saints. Strizzy, were you excited? Were you ready? Were you watching?
Yeah, I'm always watching. You know what I'm saying?
Even though the boycott's on.
You know what I'm saying? It's funny, man. Last year I preached the defense all year. Like they were ranked 4th overall in the league last year. You know what I'm saying? And so like the defense has never been our problem. It's always been our offense. And honestly, it's still a problem. We only scored one offensive touchdown the whole game, and the other touchdown came from the defense. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm glad we got a win, but I still want to see Rule gone. And McAdoo the same thing. Do our offense is entirely too predictable. If Christian McCaffrey is right behind, if he's directly behind Baker, it's a run, and if he's off to the side, it's a pass. Like we're not having our other defenses guessing. So we got to get the offense right. If we can get our offense to just match our defense, we'll turn the entire season around. You know what I'm saying? So luckily for us, the division's not too far away. We're 1-2. I think the Saints are 1-2. I don't think the Falcons are 1-2, and then the Bucks are 2-1. So not out of reach yet, but we got to get our offense going or changed, or something's got to be done before we'll be really excited about our team. But as far as defense goes, I love our defense, man. Our defensive players are phenomenal. I think Michael Parsons right now is leading the league in rushing the passer or something like that, and Brian Burns is like right behind him. So, defense is all fine. It's been fine. We're cool with that. Yeah, Pop said it. Carolina needs a quarterback. I was excited about Baker, but for whatever reason, man, he just can't find our guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird for me to see DJ Moore having 2 targets. Same thing with McCaffrey too. Like as far as a runner goes, he's doing everything he can as a rusher. He's 100 yards that game, 100 yards his last game. They didn't even utilize him in the game against the Browns. And you get the ball to our playmakers. You know what I'm saying? So offensively, McAdoo got to go, Rule got to go. But defensively, if they're going to keep us in games, we just got to figure out how to finish them.
So you agree with Pops? Like Baker ain't that guy?
I don't think so. It's funny. So it's funny. So in Cleveland, I never watched Cleveland games, right? We always. I mean, unless you guys are watching Cleveland games, you only get to really see like the highlight stuff, right? When they do good, do bad, or most of the time, I'm really just watching Chubb. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm just watching Chubb, see how Chubb does. I'm a big Chubb fan, but when they were talking about the Odell Beckham Jr. stuff and like why he's not getting the ball, and everyone was like, "Oh, he's falling off. He's not the same player." But then you look at some of the old film, and it's like, "Nah, dude, this man is wide open. Baker's just not getting him the ball." And I'm seeing a lot of that now. Now I get to watch every down. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing DJ Moore wide open. He's continuously doing what he's done the last 3 years. No one can hold this kid. He's wide open, and Baker just is not feeding his number one receiver. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know if Baker's like afraid of failure, but like sometimes you got to force feed your number one guy. You know what I'm saying? Even if the defender's on him, you got to force your number one guy and allow them to play, and he's just not allowing it to happen. So I don't know if that's them not utilizing what Baker does well, and you know what I mean. But they got to figure out they got to make some changes. You know what I'm saying? The offense is trying to be too predictable, and I don't know, man. They just messing up. So we'll see.
Well,
but I will say this: I was at least happy to get a win and not go 0-3. So I will say that I was happy to get the dub.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely bright side as far as like it shows that they can still get a win if they at least get the lead somehow and then hold on. So
yep.
Good stuff there. That Bills-Dolphins game had a crazy finish, but the Dolphins hung tough with the Bills. Looked like it was going to be a high-scoring game, but it kind of slowed down towards the end, and the defense is kind of locked in. But shout out to the Dolphins. They're doing pretty good.
It was kind of. I didn't like the thing with Tua though. How they came out and said it was his back. Like you could clearly see the guy banged his head, and he can barely walk. Like he about to pass out in the NFL. Like that's kind of just say the truth, man. I know they found a lot of problems with the concussion thing, but that's a problem, man. You trying to cut? You say his back, like that's bad, man. I didn't like that. That's his life. You saying his back, like we know that's not his back, man. That's kind of bad.
I know, and they still stuck with it after, even today they're saying basically like he's not in concussion protocol, that he wasn't, it wasn't due to concussion. But like you said, seeing that video, like that's scary. Like he was clearly, he was
he didn't reach for his back at all. If it's your back, you've been like, oh man, that was a head thing. I just didn't like that as a person.
The NFL is going to investigate though, and I do find it interesting that like there's always that independent neurologist on the sideline that's supposed to do, he doesn't work for either team, and he's supposed to do that evaluation. So I don't know if he just never even got involved because they immediately were like, oh no, it's just his back. But that's the NFL is definitely going to get to the bottom of that. And we'll see if there's any punishment for that, or if they just put him into the concussion protocol on their own. I don't know. But Anthony said early that it ends for them. The 3-0 ends for them on Thursday. They play the Bengals. What do you guys think about that matchup? Like an early look at Thursday Night Football.
They're gonna be 4-0.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that they can take the Bengals out.
Yeah, they might scare no Bengals. Not saying about us, but we beat them without Dak, so I don't think they worried about them.
Yeah. What do you think, Strizzy?
I don't know. So here's why. I mentioned last week, I was actually really forward to this Bills and Dolphins one because I said the Dolphins have a really good chance at winning this division this year just based on their talent, right? If they can put it together, they can win the division. Now, I think the next time they play them, I think Buffalo probably wins. And I think if they have to play them in the playoffs, I think Buffalo wins, right? But the Dolphins can very well win this division. Bengals might have needed this past week against the Jets to kind of get things going, right? We already know that Joe Burrow is coming off a surgery, might need time to ramp up, didn't play in the preseason. So I don't want to say that it's like, oh yeah, Dolphins got this, you know what I mean? But they should. Like the Bengals offensive line looks absolutely horrendous. I'm not saying Joe Burrow is running for his life. So
yeah,
we'll see. Like I feel like at some point Bengals got to get right. You know what I'm saying? Like hopefully we're gonna see them look like they did last year, but we'll see, man. Like that could have just been a fluke year. So we'll see what happens.
I only said it because you got Waddle and Tyreek Hill. They're not known for no corners. Their best corner is Woozier, and you can't hold both of them. So that's where I put them. Because Buffalo to me had a better defense than them. So
without a doubt.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, we got to watch Waddle too. I know he didn't practice, I think today and yesterday with the groin injury or something like that. So
okay.
We got to see if he's playing too. I think he'll play. I think it's more precautionary. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he didn't miss any time on Sunday, so we'll see what happens. But we'll see.
Yeah.
But I'm with you, Marcus. Though Miami should win. They should definitely go up on this.
Uncle Mark says Dolphins 4-0. Yeah. Bobby says he bets Tyreek has a big game either way, which he's already talked about. He's going after Eli Apple for revenge for the last year's.
Right.
Yeah. And then he also says, Strizzy, how did the line get worse? It's crazy. The Bengals invested in their line, and they somehow got worse. So.
Oh, no. It's crazy to me.
Let's see. The Titans-Raiders, that was a pretty close game. That was a good game. Both of those teams did not want to go 0-3. Titans pulled it out. Raiders
rough for the Raiders, though.
Especially
your division has gotten better. That's gonna be rough, man.
Right, they've barely gotten. I think they've only played one division game so far too. So that's that's tough.
But that other game though, that Broncos San Francisco, the Broncos still look terrible, but they
they do, dog.
They 2-1. They should be 0-3 easily.
Yeah. Actually, do have to say that's a good segue to the Pick'em. Pops won the Pick'em this week.
Watch out, Pops!
Shout out to Pops, and he was the only one in our whole league to take the Broncos in that Sunday night game.
Wow!
So for him. And he did have the Cowboys as well. So shout out to Pops on that one.
Look at you, Pops. We both got both of them wrong. I know I got both of them wrong.
Yeah, and then Unk didn't do so well, and I didn't do so well either. I was down there with him. I still got to get right. I'm still all over the place,
bro. I was straight week 1, week 2, week 3 was a little rough for your boy. I know.
Yeah. So, that other game, Green Bay and the Bucks, that was another close game. Green Bay pulled it out, but it's interesting. So apparently, they replayed or they actually showed on the jumbotron during the timeout. Tom Brady, they were showing him on the sideline, and I guess Aaron Rodgers got to look at the tablet and what play that they were going to run and told his defense.
No way.
Play. Yeah. So that's kind of a crazy story emerging, but Aaron Rodgers basically mentioned, he was like, sometimes the jumbotron shows too much and this and that. So I wonder, like,
get true? Like it got that close?
That's what I was wondering too. Like, I want to go back and look, but they haven't shown, like, there's no video I can find of like the jumbotron, like what the jumbotron actually showed. So I am curious to see like if he would have been able to pick up on some clues and do something that quickly. And still, if Tom Brady if they know that or not, like if they execute it well, it doesn't really matter, you know?
Right.
But it's in the NFL. If you kind of know, because if it's a play to a receiver, you know they don't have that 3 receivers, so you know this guy don't get the ball, you know, so it could help a little bit too. Like he's not gonna go here, so that could help you a little bit. Now, if you had Godwin and Mike Evans on the field, then you kind of like don't know who's gonna get the ball and Gronk, but you don't have none of those guys out there. You have like the JV out there that Sunday. So
right. But a lot of people, I think what a lot of people don't realize too with play calling is every play in the NFL is designated to score a touchdown if executed flawlessly, right?
Right.
It's up to the defense to not let that happen. So, you know, I mean, like Ada was saying, like even if the play was popped up, even if they knew what the play was, you still got to stop it. You know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, man, I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully, some more comes out of it because I wasn't able to see it either.
Yeah, very interesting there. Unk says this was a crazy upset weekend. Mom said this truly felt like a on any given Sunday type of weekend. Uncle Mark says, bro, he's giving Pops credit. Bro's no football, a veteran. I've got to learn how to do picks. Uncle Mark, I'll get you hooked up so you can do the picks on the show too. And Bobby giving love to Pops as well. So I gotta get my game together. I gotta get
it right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say also they gotta pay Lamar Jackson, man. Like,
yeah,
if I'm him, like, hey man, I ain't even playing no more. Like, I'm showing y'all I'm an MVP candidate already.
That would be crazy.
I don't know what else can he do. Like,
look, it's funny because like I think they're 3 games in. I think he had 3 or 4 touchdowns game 1. He had 5 touchdowns in game 2, and then 4 touchdowns in game 3.
I think he got some rushing one too. So
that's what I mean. So total, like I think this.
Oh, total. Okay, yeah.
Last game he had 5. He was 4-1. In game 2 he had 100 rushing yards too. Like this man is having another MVP season, and it's just one of those things. Like I know he said I'm not gonna talk about contract stuff for the rest of the season. We'll talk about it again. But the Ravens need to be like, look, you know what? You wanted X amount of dollars guaranteed. Here you go. Please sign the shit. Let's get it done. Like they gotta stop. Like
get the checkbook
all
out.
Of this, Lamar Jackson can't throw. This man's throwing dimes to be. It's nah.
And he still don't have no all pro receiver.
He don't.
Right. He got a tight end.
He been nice.
So I'm like
that dude yet.
So I'm like, he ain't got no big time receivers either. Hollywood gone. So come on, man. Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
I think they're definitely gonna have to pay him.
He never had a true number 1 receiver.
No, I don't think so. Not yet. But the interesting thing is, will it happen sooner? Like if he keeps playing like this, I just hope nothing happens as far as the injury bug or anything like that. Like,
and if you do get injured, hey, you gotta pay this dog. You gotta pay this band, though.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. But look how bad they were without him last year. They lost every game he missed. Like him being gone kept them out of the playoffs.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Let's see. Rams big divisional game against the Cardinals. That's what's up. And then the Lions, they tried to have a little 2-game winning streak, but it was too good to be true. Vikings bounced back.
Yeah, it was tough, man. That was tough.
Shout out to the Falcons too. That was a pretty good game against the Seahawks.
Look what Pops just wrote.
They had to do their thing. Pop says Lamar going to the Dolphins too will be out of the team. My team choice or serious injury, I think is coming soon. Oh man.
Yeah, I saw there is a thing where
that would be dangerous.
About, Lamar to Carolina, and Lamar liked the tweet. I'm not getting my hopes up for that. That's just nonsense, but it still was funny to see.
Crazy though if he
was. But him in Miami though, dang.
It would be interesting. There was another thing about actually Bill Belichick, and them trying to link the Patriots to trying to go after him. But I do hope at this point, if the Ravens don't open up the checkbook, that he does at least be like, let me just see what's out there and play free agency a little bit.
But he can't. But he can't leave a franchise though, right?
They can franchise him.
Yeah, that's
what I'm saying. So a franchise, he can't leave there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the.
I really do hate that rule. I can't stand that franchising rule.
Yeah, but if you're an owner or a business, you love it because
of course.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm the owner. I'm franchising you too. Brother. But it's me. I'm paying them though, so I can't say that. That's me.
And our resident GM was on that too, Anthony Weston. Yeah, they'll tag him.
They'll definitely tag him. I like how the NBA does it though. You know what I'm saying? That first year restricted free agent.
Yeah,
and then the next year unrestricted. Like I like that rule because somebody gonna make an offer. You know what I'm saying? Someone gonna make an offer.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about last night, Monday Night Football. How about them Cowboys? America's team doing their thing again. What do you think, Marcus? Talk to me about the game, and should we be excited? What do we think?
I think so. I want to apologize to my team because I was really down and out that first week, man. He getting injured. I'm like, oh man. But Cooper Rush, man. I want to get. If I ever see him, I'll buy him a drink, man. Because when he coming into the game, I always like to look at the warm ups and they kind of warm up, getting together. You can always tell how a team gonna play a little bit. And he was so poised, so confident. Like he was talking, I'm like, he looked like he ready to play like that. Because the Giants, everybody's like, oh, you got to beat the Giants. The Giants was 2-0. They was playing great. They was looking like the old Giants. So people could say we beat the Giants, but they was looking good. They was at home too. It was a primetime game. The crowd was going crazy. And for Cooper Rush to come in there and do his thing, I gotta give it to him, man. So only bad thing about the situation we're going through is McCarthy might last. You know, I thought he about to be out of here, but the defense is playing fantastic. They look really good. Even Lewis and Brown look good. Yeah, you know, I give them a hard time. I still think they trash. Yeah, but they confident. You know, they're doing well. But the thing is, with CeeDee Lamb, when he missed that 52-yard pass, I was just telling myself, I'm like, he's not a number one receiver. He's not a number one receiver. But for some reason, when he dropped that, I'm like, I wasn't mad. I was like, I bet you he'll do something outstanding to make up for that. It just came to my head. I'm like, he's going to do something to make up for that. And I was just waiting. And he caught that one pass, and he kind of almost got in. I'm like, look, he's doing good. And that last pass shows, like, he is special, dog. Like, he's definitely special. So I'm going to leave him alone a little bit. I still think he's not a number one receiver this year, but I can see he's going to be one. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's going to get to that point. I think maybe to the end of the season, he's going to do something great and do it, but he got to quit dropping passes. But he did make up for it yesterday. He made up for it. If he didn't, I would have been like, I don't know. But overall, even Zeke is looking good. I'm coming out and say Zeke looking good this year. He's running the ball well. He's running the ball hard like he used to. The speed is gone, but I still think he's trying hard right now. And the play calling was Kellen Moore did a great play call yesterday. Some plays was like, but he did good. And the MVP was Lawrence. You know, he looked like old Tank. He cut the dreads. I like the new Tank. And watch out for Noah Brown, dog. Hey, I don't know Noah Brown what he's drinking, but Noah Brown is coming through, dog. Yeah, so I'm kind of hyped, dog. It bring me back. I'm not gonna get too excited, but the game yesterday was very relief, man. I was kind of scared towards the end, but
hey, I love the excitement. I can hear it in your voice.
Yeah,
America's team's coming back.
Yeah.
Pop says this is our year. No matter when the tournament starts, we're gonna be the last team standing. That's what's up. I mean, it could be a special thing, but it's still so early. But I'm glad to see how they're playing, and we do have to give credit to McCarthy for getting everybody together and keeping the ship right. And like you said, though, Cooper Rush, he's a cool customer. You know,
I like him, man.
He's good in there. He did what he has to do. So,
but Jerry got to come down too, though. Jerry can't be trying to start on controversy. Come on, dog. Like,
yeah,
I don't know, man. I don't like, but I like how Cooper Rush answered that question because I forget her name. I know she got a crush on Kobe, but Lisa, is it Salters?
Oh yeah,
she got Kimmy ask stuff like that. She a little messy, man. A little messy.
That's funny. That's too funny. But yeah, let's see. Unk also said, why did the Cowboys always start up so slow? I don't know. That's just a habit they have. But yeah, if CD would have caught that early pass, I think that game
would have been over.
Changed the game. Yeah, a little bit different, or at least wouldn't have been so tense for us.
I like that, Pops. I'm listening to you, Pops, because you've been right for a little bit, so I'm gonna go with that. All right, Pops. All right. He's okay. All right. We're gonna go with that.
And I think that they're gonna start feeding him like he's the number one, regardless, because they're gonna have to. They're gonna make him work for it.
Only thing I'm kind of a little worried about a little bit. He's tough, but he's small, and they be trying to kill my guy, man. He gets right up, but I wish he'd get a little more, a little weight on him a little bit, just a little bit. And last question, I'm excited right now. Last question though, A-Dub, what you think about Dez Bryant wearing the Dig jersey, not 88?
I thought that was kind of weird.
It was like a Walmart jersey. It wasn't a Stitch jersey. The number was real small. Like, come on, dog, what you doing, man?
Yeah, no, that was kind of weird. It looked like they just kind of threw it on him real quick.
Yeah.
But I'm like really kind of tired of seeing Dez Bryant around the Cowboys and the commercials and stuff like that, anyways. Because, like, dude, like
he is one of the top receivers we ever had, though. But I feel you on that, though.
I'm like,
maybe help him do the receiver coach. I think he'd be a good look coach. You know,
My thing is when I love like it's just a different feeling. I don't know, but like when I see Michael Irvin, I'm like, oh, that's what's up. You know, when I see Emmitt Smith, you know, when I see like old
Super Bowl
Cowboys coming back,
champs. They
I
champs,
love it.
man.
I see him, I'm like, dude, go home. Like, sorry.
Did you see Michael Irvin on first take today? My guy went crazy today, man. We gotta see what's wrong with Mike, man.
Oh no, I didn't. We might have to go. I'll have to
you
check
gotta
that
go
out.
look at him. He went crazy today, man. But that's all I'm gonna say. But I'm happy. It's a good Tuesday.
That's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up. All right. Any other ones we want to touch on? Anthony West says we get the Commanders next. Yeah, I'm hoping we can do well, keep it rolling. Chiefs play Tampa, Vegas, and Buffalo in consecutive weeks. That's a tough stretch for the Chiefs.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's gonna be a test. But Strizzy, any other ones you wanted to touch on this one before we move along? I think we almost got them all.
I think we got them all.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much, yeah.
Except for the Bears and the Texans. Who cares?
We straight.
Yeah. All right, that's what's up. Let's keep this train moving then. Let's get into our next topic. We got a little bit of stuff for this next one. Let's see.
Really?
All right, NBA talk. We are basically a little bit less than a month away from the start of the season, actually. It starts October 17th. And everybody had their media days over the last couple of days, so we've been seeing some interesting things coming out of that. But we definitely got to address Udoka, the coach of the Celtics. He's been suspended for a full year for violation of team policy after having a consensual relationship with a female staff member of the staff. I just think it's a little bit crazy. I just want to just kind of jump out there and say, like, I think the year seems kind of harsh, especially considering this was like a consensual thing, and also that the other party in this situation is not being punished. That's kind of interesting to me. But some people from the NBA circles are saying he may never coach again. And I just think I was curious your guys' and the Slackers' opinions on like whether that's something that should, you know, essentially end someone's career. So
no, I don't agree with that. And I when I say I don't agree with that, I think he's definitely gonna get his job coaching gig again. Maybe not in Boston, because it was a rad to see him coaching in Boston in the first place, being a black man. So but it is kind of harsh, especially you brought him to the finals last year. Like, does that mean anything? You know, I'm like,
yeah.
So but I definitely think he's going to coach again, because if Pop's still coaching, you know, he always got a home there. I know that for sure. I know Pop's will bring him back there and help him out a little bit. Maybe he'll give him that job when he retires. But I feel it's kind of tough. But he did lose 10 points for who he's dating, who he's with, and he cheated on her. So he loses some cool points for that. But other than that, I think he'll coach again. It was Boston saying that. It's not a surprise. So
yeah. Anthony Weston says, I'm going to run through the comments real quick, and then Strizzy, you jump in here.
Yeah.
Anthony West says, my man had Nia Long. Unk saying Malika Andrews is doing a bad job covering the controversy.
I heard about that.
Uncle Mark, great coach, bad decision. It's life. I mean, that's the thing. It's like things, you know, happen, and especially, you know, just the circumstances. Let's see. Pops, that's on. Pops says, why did the other employee get punished? And watch out for doorbell cameras. Yeah. So apparently this came out because the other party's spouse overheard an intimate conversation between them on their Ring camera, like as they were entering the house. So that's pretty crazy. Anthony Weston says Boston's going to let him go. How could he go back to Boston?
Right.
D jumping in there saying we're doing a great job. NBA talk. Thank you, D, for joining the show.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate the support. Yeah, Strizzy, you want to jump in on this one?
Yeah, man. I think it's actually this is crazy to me. from a morality standpoint, yes, he was in a relationship. So from a moral standpoint, you look at it, it's like, dude, you're with me along. This shouldn't happen. But like, it's crazy to me. Like, this is something that's personal, right? This is his personal life, everyday life. I think they're making too big of a deal about it. Like, why as the public should we even care? Like, why do we care? You know what I mean? Like, for him to be suspended for an entire year, I think is a little ridiculous. Just like you said, the other party in the situation isn't being punished, who is also an employee of the Boston Celtics staff. So if she had to sign the same thing that, you know, Ime signed, she should be receiving the same punishment. You know what I'm saying? Fired, a suspension, and something along those lines. It's crazy to me. And not only that too, I think Boston handled it horribly. Like they want to fine him for something, cool. That sounds a little bit more reasonable. But like they're the ones who I think released and leaked the information. So like I feel like for whatever reason they wanted him out. You know what I mean? Not sure why. Like this man just got them to the NBA Finals. You know what I mean? Like something Brad Stevens wasn't able to do. He got close, but wasn't able to get him there. And he does it his first year of coaching and all. Like Martin said, that means nothing. Like I don't know. It's crazy to me how poorly I think this whole situation was handled. Not condoning it, definitely not condoning it. You know what I mean? To me, what he did was wrong. But the what is it? The consequence don't fit the crime or something like that. However that saying goes. Like I think they took this away too. Not to mention like our everyday jobs, our 9 to 5s. You spend a ton of time with people at work, right? Relationships are bound to happen everywhere, not just the NBA, everywhere. And relationship just happened to happen. You know what I'm saying? So, you want to talk to them about it, bring them inside, let them know that can't be going on because their organization doesn't allow it. Cool. Fine them. Cool. But a year suspension, that's crazy. That's crazy to me.
Yeah. Bobby says after all the stuff that coaches and players do, that should not be the reason he never coaches again. Definitely shouldn't be out a year. Unk said a lot of teams will be willing to speak with him next summer. Anthony Weston, he'll get another shot. Just don't see it being there.
I have a question though. So the NBA didn't suspend him. The Boston Celtics did, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So say he resigns from them and want to go somewhere else. Is that can happen? Because he
would be.
The NBA didn't do it. So.
Right.
Right. That's what I'm doing. I'm talking to a lawyer or something. Like I don't want to be part of them. You know what I'm saying? They do my business out there, and then they spend him for a year, unless you want to be with those guys. Because you get a relationship with those guys, and you still that coach. But maybe if you know in the back of his head, I'm gonna get fired. So maybe I'm gonna go somewhere else and go back to Pop and help there or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, I see so many stories. I was told it was a trainer, but it was a. If it's a Celtics, is that true? That it's a VP's wife? Hey, you gotta go, dog.
So everybody works for the Celtics apparently,
right? But that's the thing. That's crazy. Like even if it is, it takes 2 to tango. So you mad at him, but you're not mad at your wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
that's how you do it.
I'm with you. He gotta go. Fire him, man. Don't suspend him. Let him go. Fine. You gotta go, dog. You can't just smash my wife and keep a job.
But they're just holding them hostage in the meantime, essentially. But yeah, okay. So about that, I just want to make sure we address that for sure. It is big news. It's just a kind of first of its kind of story because we've heard about all kinds of different things, but it's like this is kind of a different twist with the basis of what happened. So, all right. Let's see. Also, Kyrie Irving. There's little rumors about how he turned down 4-year extension for $100 million. And basically because he felt that they were only going to offer, or they, alluded the fact that he had to get vaccinated for that. Personally, I'm just tired of Kyrie and the whole vaccination story. Like it's over with. The vaccination mandates are being dropped in a lot of places, including going in and out of Toronto. So it's no longer a deal. So I'm just kind of over it,
Yeah.
But I think he'll still get his money or whatever. I'm not feeling sorry for him either. He opted into his contract this year for over $30 million, so I think that's good. So
Pops is wild, man. That's why I love that guy, man.
You got responsibility for your actions. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah,
Pops, I love you, Pops, because you keep it real, dog. You say stuff that we can't say, and I love it.
Absolutely. Let's see. So Robert Sarver, he has announced that he has plans to start to sell the team. I think that's a good move for him. And again, another person I don't feel sorry for because he's gonna cash out plenty of money over this.
Yeah.
And there's talk of Bob Iger, who is like a former CEO of Disney, and then also another person, Jeff Bezos, potentially in the mix. I think that would be major just for the city of Phoenix and for the Suns. With somebody like Bezos, that's just high profile because he's going to pour money into whatever needs to be done. So I'm kind of hoping for that.
but he coming in there fresh, not knowing that's not his. I guess he's a rich man on the team. I guess all other owners don't know that much about basketball either. So I was gonna say maybe he'll know about the game and all that, but
he knows business.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah,
I think it'd be cool.
And especially with like Mark Cuban kind of started that trend, but now you got like Ballmer and you got these other guys that are just big tech guys that are like now wanting to have these crazy arenas and all this stuff. So
very true.
Pop said, "Let's jump in and buy the Suns." Who's in?
I got
0.5%. I'll put in. So I mean.
Yeah. Unk says Bezos' new owner would quickly gain support among other owners. I think so too. Like that's just injection of money right there.
Agreed.
Uncle Mark about Kyrie cut his salary 100%. He'll give himself the shot. Oh man. On the right side, we have just some interesting things. Rudy Gobert with the Timberwolves. I'm excited to see that one. But also we got I put up there the you mad because Jimmy Butler. Yeah. I want to know what your guys' opinion on the new hairstyle. He said he was just messing around to make the internet mad. What are your guys' thoughts?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not real. I think he lost a bet, and the bet probably was you can't tell people why you doing it. If you look at his face too, he has on makeup. Because you look at it, that's not Jimmy Butler that's not Jimmy Butler, dog. It's something different about his face. I think it's some makeup he has on, and I'm just saying I think he the way he is. He made a serious bet, and that was one of the bets you had to do that. I bet you has to do it for a short amount of time, something like that. And he can't say anything about it because that's Jimmy Butler. He's not gonna do that to himself. Just think about Jimmy Butler. If it was somebody else, then maybe yeah. But Jimmy Butler, he's not doing that. So I'm telling you,
man, you're a clown, bro.
He ain't doing that by himself. That's not his personality, man. I think he lost that bet, and he got to do what he got to do. He got to fit the bet, you know. I'm telling you, man, that ain't Jimmy, dog.
No, Jimmy's
from
a
Texas,
dog.
Jimmy's
100% his personality.
No, man.
Bro, Marcus, I'm gonna send you a video. It's 100% his personality, dog. He's a goofball, man. Like he's a goofball.
That's so funny. You said we're from Texas. So that's supposed to
we don't do stuff like that, man. Nah. Now if you grow that out, then cool. But we all know that's not his hair. That's why I'm saying that.
Oh yeah, it's definitely his hair.
And he's a goofball, but you know how much time it take to do that? That's not easy to do. All that kind of stuff. That's not easy to do. And you got the little blonde on the tips and it's curled up. Nah.
Yeah, he.
Well, we'll just see. We'll just see.
He on that Jay Crowder right now. I don't know. I'm with you though. It's definitely weird. I've hated it from jump. If you would have grown it out normally, I'd have been cool. But just the extension portion of it, I hate it. So like, I wasn't mad. I was just like, why? I was saying like, why was my question. It's like, what? Like, what's the point? It don't make no sense to me.
He could have did them short because he has long hair. He has braids and everything. So if he'd done a little shorter, then we wouldn't even know. We thought maybe his hair just grew kind of fast.
Yeah.
But that length and the blonde, and I'm telling y'all, look at his face, dog. He got makeup on, dog. He lost the bet. That's something I would do.
Some people, when they shave, like they just look totally different. I think that's kind of what it is too.
Well, I think we're gonna find out though. Come a couple weeks when we see him out on the court, if he's rocking.
He can't. I don't think he's gonna play with that on. I just don't see him playing with. Now, if he play with that on, then I'm wrong. I'm 100% wrong. But I don't know, man.
Maybe the bet too was like he got to play. If he did lose a bet, maybe he got to play here with him. You know what I'm saying? Who knows, man? Like I'm just saying, like I don't even disagree with you. I'm just saying, like Jimmy's a goofball, dog. Like I don't know if you like follow him on social media and just heat stuff. Like dude he's a nut, man. Like he's just
that's funny.
He's a crazy one. He's a wild one for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see. And I would say, yeah, dreads require a lot of maintenance for sure.
Too much maintenance.
For sure. All right.
No, I ain't letting him live. We ain't letting him live, Bobby. No. Nope. If he went from Texas, I'll let him live. But we don't do that kind of stuff, dog. We don't do that.
He said you better lose yourself.
That's so funny. Oh, really? Before we go, Mom's comment too. I want to get back to that. Sarver was a banker, yeah, and he definitely banked on this one for sure. And then Pops has got this much %. So
yeah,
I can
we on our way. You know what I'm saying? We on our way.
Something.
We're gonna make it happen.
It's something, dog.
We're gonna make it happen. All right. We're doing good on time. Let's go ahead and pop through for our final topic of the day.
So what's next again?
Other sports?
Oh yeah, other sports. Okay, so not football.
Yeah, not basketball. We did that already.
Oh, okay, like hockey.
Yeah, like hockey. Feel me?
Okay, like baseball. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Like soccer, right?
There we go.
Like soccer.
Like other sports.
All right, other sports. We got to start with a big shout out to Albert Pujols joining the 700 club. Only the fourth MLB player ever to do it, and I feel like it makes me feel a little bit old considering that we saw his whole career like that. But definitely shout out to Albert Pujols and shout out to the Cardinals. You know, making that move to bring him back in and then giving him the playing time to even make this possible. Because if he wouldn't have made that move, you know, that wouldn't have happened. So. Definitely got to give a shout out to him on that one. He's been pinch hitting here and there since the 700, but it looks like he might end up just pretty much stuck on 700, or maybe he might
get on 701.
Yeah, because he's not getting the same playing time or the same amount of at bats he was before. But
what's the record?
The record is like 755 or 7.
For real?
Or something like that. Yeah.
Oh shoot!
I think Hank Aaron was 755.
Oh, okay.
And then Bonds broke that. So Bonds is
does Bonds does it count?
Yeah, it counts.
So they still counting Bonds like even though he not.
It counts. I think they haven't put an asterisk next to it yet.
So I'm like, what's the point of him getting the Hall of Fame if you let him ride with that?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
That's weird.
Just go ahead and put him in.
Right.
Let me see what he ended with though.
So he has 2 more years. If he don't get in, he can't get in.
762.
Oh, God, dang, he was crazy.
I thought was Bonds officially done, or was?
What you mean?
As far as like not being able to get in anymore?
Oh no, he can still get in.
Okay.
Who was it who can't? Somebody was like no longer able to get in anymore.
Was it Rose?
Yeah, and then there's some other people like Mark McGwire and some other people that are. Bonds is coming up soon though.
What's the pitcher from the Yankees? I can't think of his name. Clemens. I think he ran out of town. He can't get in now.
Yeah. So Uncle Mark says an elite club. Congratulations. Yeah, 762 is Barry Bonds, so he's number one.
Crazy. I thought you don't feel like 17 or 720, but he said he is 62 more. God.
Yeah.
Dang.
Mom says there's an asterisk or should be. Dang, Mom. Well, I mean, my thing
is true though. If he can't get in the Hall of Fame, it should though. How does that count? And he can't get in the Hall of Fame. It's worth nothing, really, right? I don't know.
Yeah. And that's
also
only Bonds, Hank Aaron, and Babe Ruth.
Okay. That's crazy. That's a good company right there, man.
Yeah.
I just hope they don't come out with Pujols. He was taking something.
The thing is, they've kind of basically just decided that they're not going to even do anything anymore. Like, I feel like to me, it's like those people that went down and there was like their examples and stuff like that, and then now they've kind of turned their head away. I think it's different to me now.
I still think if you took something in the way, you still got to hit the ball. You still got to have a coordination to knock it out. So
right, still got to have that. Yeah, that you still got to do it because
like. I guess if you had courts in your bat or something like that, you're doing something with that, but you still hitting that ball. Like you still gotta hit the ball to get it out.
Yeah,
because the pitches coming to you light. You still give them a crazy pitch and you knock them out of there. So
yeah,
I don't know. I would love to hear Barry Bonds do like an interview or something exclusive, so we can see what he thinks. I haven't heard he don't talk much, so
yeah,
I haven't heard anything from him, so I don't know.
Yeah. He doesn't as much, but I feel like he's kind of blackballed, and then it was kind of like quietly let back in the gate. Like they took all the stuff down at the stadium, then they put up some more stuff. So it's just kind of weird. But yeah, I think he's just he
says that was extra 40, 50 feet. Well, it could be true, but it's still getting that close to get in there. Because I hit the ball, I could get 50 to 40 feet. I ain't going nowhere. What's
true? But
I can
now,
have double steroids, and I ain't hitting it out of the park. So
Uncle Mark says this record should be nullified. Pop said they had steroids in the 60s and 70s too. And I like this is one thing I agree too with Anthony Weston. Baseball benefited by that period, and that's the thing. They were all in on the home run race. They were following Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire. They were all about it. So,
that made baseball fun to watch during that time. But you're right, it was dying.
I ain't think about that, man.
Yeah, so I think that's the thing is like it was cool when it's cool for them, and then when they're like, all right, we got to clean up our act and stuff, then they wanted to, all of a sudden change the game.
So what's the average from him hitting the ball from the home plate to a home run? What's the average? Like, is that like 200 feet, 250?
Like the average ballpark? No, like 380.
I'm saying for like a home run. So a home run, it has to go at least 380 to be a home run.
380 to 400.
Yeah, like depending, all the parks are a little bit different, but yeah, like around that range.
So come on, man, that's still far. So you take off that extra 40 off there, he's still knocking it out of there, man.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's crazy. Pops though says OJ should be the person to interview Bonds. Wouldn't that be something? Like just like
I'll pay for that, Pops. I'll pay for
the ultimate. Like that would be so crazy. All right, but good stuff on that. Speaking of the home run race too, Aaron Judge, he's going for number 61. He's been stuck on 60 for the past 6 games, I think it is.
He ain't gonna get it.
And yeah, he's got 8 games left to go. So they're playing tonight. I think he still does get to 61, but I think he's pressing a little bit. So
okay.
We'll see on that one. Also, hockey is starting next Friday, and they're starting with a global series that's actually going to be in Germany or in Prague. So that should be pretty cool. But hockey's already coming, and then we got basketball starting too. So we're about to be back in full effect as far as all of our sports and baseball playoffs. So that's what's up. And then Strizzy, I was wondering if you heard about this kid or if you watched him on Ultimate Fighter. This Raul Rosas Jr. So he's 17 years old, and he's the youngest ever to sign a UFC contract. I guess he won the Contender Series. But have you heard about this kid yet?
No, not yet. I mean, let me rephrase. I've heard about him, but I haven't watched him.
Got you.
Yeah.
I was wondering, if you had seen him yet fight. I haven't been able to catch any of his fights. I want to kind of go back and check him out. But he's 17 years old. They think he probably won't fight before he's 18, but he's going to be fighting in the UFC really soon, they say. So we'll see. It might be early next year or something like that.
He definitely should fight before he's 18.
Yeah.
His nose look like it's permanently broke. I ain't fighting about it like that. He don't care about his nose.
That's the thing. Like I was like, man, this kid, he's only 17 and he already like. I don't mean to be like stereotypical. He looks like a meathead. Like he looks like a fighter. Like
I
he looks the part already. I'm like, dang.
Nah, I'm good. And that 17, 18-year-old energy he gonna have. Nah, I'm good. Nah, I ain't fighting him. He don't care about his own nose. He sure don't care about my nose. So I'll pass because he gonna have a lot of energy. Like he gonna have a lot. He gonna be no.
Bro.
Nah, I ain't fighting him.
Let's see. Other thing is Georgia up there. Georgia struggled a little bit with Kent State this weekend. They looked they made a lot of mistakes and things like that. But
you wouldn't like us.
Still retain the number 1 spot. Unfortunately, Oklahoma and Texas did lose over the weekend.
I knew we were gonna lose.
I did too, dog. I said the same thing. I'm like, we're gonna lose.
I don't know why. It doesn't matter year in, year out how different the team looks. We struggle with Kansas State every year. Either we beat them or we lose to them. It's like we go into overtime, we win by a field goal, they beat us, but we just can't blow them out, and they suck. They suck. They hard. Exactly. Kate, I don't know what it is. We have a whole new coach this year, a whole new staff, defense.
We did too.
I don't get it, man. K-State.
Texas Tech have been kicking our butts since Crabtree was there, and we never recovered. Anytime we top 25 and we playing in Lubbock, we're losing. It happens every time. And they rush the field. And I wish I was there. I always saw tripping people. Like,
for real.
Start taking people out on the way in.
If we weren't top 25, we would have won that game. But we top 25, it happens. Even though we still have our quarterback, we still should have beat them, man. It's sickening. Like we done now.
There's no reason why K-State should have been able to hang with us, but yet they hang with us every year.
Damn, at least y'all still ranked.
They beat us.
At least y'all still ranked. We ain't ranked no more.
And there's our college football update. That's a sad update. Oh man, well they'll hopefully come back strong though. And I still can't wait till both of y'all teams get in the SEC so we can start having those cross rivalries too.
Right. I can't wait till we get that many in there and we're gonna be ready.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. But I was glad that Georgia did retain their number one ranking, but they got to put it together. They do have Missouri next week. And Pop says, sorry, home family, but Georgia's going to drub Missouri.
It's going to be who home?
Uncle Mark says, I agree. But yeah, that's
LOL, you're right.
Who's home that game?
I think it's at Missouri.
Oh, it might be a little challenge, dog.
I wish I could be there.
Might be
Uncle Mark took care of us last time when we had the little tailgate out there. And so I do appreciate that, Uncle Mark, for always having your hospitality ready.
Shout out to Uncle Mark, the cool uncle. That's the cool uncle.
Absolutely.
Man, Anthony said it's Baylor the best in the Big 12. It's funny because
I ain't in the Big 12 no more.
I don't think Oklahoma loses to Baylor, but right now I think they're only undefeated team. So let's see.
Yeah. So maybe technically, highest ranked.
Out of a technicality, you know what I'm saying?
Technicality. Kelly says she's shocked that Georgia's still number one. Yeah, I thought they might slip, but I'm glad that they still.
Alabama beat Texas by 1 point. They ain't going up there right now.
Yeah.
True. So, but we'll see. But that's pretty much all we have.
Wait, Utah not? Did they lose?
Yeah, Utah lost to Florida week 1, so they went down.
Oh.
But NC State is up there top 10, the Wolfpack. Shout out to them. That's a kind of a rare sighting up there.
I'm not surprised with them. I'm surprised with you, Kentucky up there.
Yeah, Kentucky and Tennessee. Tennessee coming off a big win against Florida. So SEC is always just hanging around there. But hopefully Georgia will keep it moving. We'll see. But yeah, I think that's about it we have on here. Definitely come back Thursday for Secure the Bag. We'll be in the building Thursday to do our picks. I'm still trying to get right. I'm still trying to get dialed in here, but I'm struggling. So
we all are, man.
You ain't never lied.
And then after that, though, next Tuesday will be episode 162. We're gonna do a challenge soon. We're gonna figure out something special to do to celebrate. But other than that, I think that's a wrap for us. Shiz, you got anything to bring us home with?
Home run derby. Child, we got hit them batting cages, dog. I feel we batting cages, film it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Marcus get the little camera stand or whatever. He's got there hit some balls, man.
Let's do that. Okay. That would be dope. And speaking of home run derby, I forgot to talk about one NFL news. We'll have to talk about it next week, but the Pro Bowl is officially gone.
Yeah.
And they're coming out with this Pro Bowl games type of thing. It sounds like it's going to be like an NFL Olympics.
Yeah. So I'm cool with that. And a flag. They're doing a flag football game
and a flag football game. Yeah, that would be like the ending. So
you can still.
That's basically what they were doing already for the past 4 or 5 years. So
facts.
But we'll talk more about that next week. I'll bring some more details. So I want to get the Slacker's opinion on that too. But for now, I think that was episode 161 of Say Like a Champ. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Striz.
Cooper Rush. Let's go, dog.
Game.